Hi everyone, so welcome to my channel. Myself Raza, and in this video I am going to discuss some more multiple choice questions related to the chapter coordinate geometry of class 10, and this video is useful for all competitive exams related to class 10 syllabus. Right, so already in the previous video I have discussed about the previously asked questions related to this chapter. So if you haven't gone through, so please watch it. Right, so watch the video till the end. So we are going to discuss different types of questions related to this chapter. Right, so let us see question number 1. A point on y-axis is of the form. So point on y-axis means, so if you want to say a point on y-axis, then x coordinate will be 0 on y-axis. That means it will be of the form 0 comma y. Hence the answer is 0 comma y. Next, a point on x-axis. On x-axis y coordinate will be 0. Hence this can be considered as x comma 0. Hence answer is x comma 0. Right, here this particular x coordinate is called as abscissa. So this x coordinate is also called as abscissa, and here y coordinate is also called as ordinate. So from this what I can say, so when a point on y-axis is considered, its abscissa is 0. Next, when a point is considered on x-axis, then its ordinate is 0. So likewise also bits may be asked. Next, if AOBC is a rectangle whose three vertices are A 4, 0, B 0, 3 and origin 0, 0, then its diagonal is. Now let us see this particular figure. So 0, 0 is origin. Next, A is given as 4, 0. That means this is nothing but a point on x-axis. Next, B 0, 3. So 0, 3 means it will be on y-axis. Right, so this is 0, 3. Now next thing, so there is a vertex C. Now if you want to consider that vertex C, so vertex C will be here. Right, so if you want to make it a rectangle, so it should be drawn like this. Right, so this point is my vertex C. Now what is he asking? So he is asking about the diagonal. So already we know in a rectangle the length of diagonals are equal. So there is no necessity to find out the vertex C. So simply you can find out the distance between A and B. So what is distance between A and B then? Square root of 4 minus 0 whole square plus 0 minus 3 whole square. What I am going to get then? So 4 minus 0 whole square is 16. 0 minus 3 whole square is 9. So square root of 25, which is equal to 5. Hence the length of the diagonal is 5. Next, the perimeter of a triangle whose vertices are A 12, 0, O 0, 0, B 0, 5 is asking perimeter. So already we know perimeter of triangle is nothing but sum of its sides. Now based on this, if you observe clearly, this is 0, 0. Next, A 12, 0 means it will be on x-axis. A 12, 0 and B 0, 5. So B 0, 5 means it lies on y-axis. Now on joining all these things, I am going to form a right angled triangle. So in a right angled triangle, so you can simply say that this length is 12 and this length is 5. This length is 12 and this length is 5. Then what about this length of this hypotenuse? So length of hypotenuse is given by sum of squares of other two sides under square root. So square root of 5 square plus 12 square. So which gives me 25 plus 144, which is equal to root over 169, which is equal to 13. Now directly writing the values. So perimeter is given by 5 plus 12 plus 13. So 12 plus 5 17, 17 plus 3 20, 20 plus 10 30. Hence the answer is 30. The distance of the point minus 8, 3 from the origin. So if you want to find the distance from origin, simply you can make use of this formula, square root of x square plus y square. Directly what I am going to get? So minus 8 whole square plus 3 square. What is 8 square? 8 square is 64 plus 9. So what is the value of 64 plus 9? So 64 plus 9 is square root of 73. So answer is square root of 73. So here it should be square root of 73. Hence option C is my answer. Right, next moving on to question number 6. The distance of the point minus 4 comma 3 from x-axis. So from x-axis means you need to take modulus of y. So modulus of y means modulus of 3, which is equal to 3. Hence the answer is option Delhi. The distance of the point minus 8 comma minus 7 from y-axis. So from y-axis means you need to take modulus of x. So which is equal to modulus of minus 8, which gives me 8. Hence the answer is 8. Next, the points minus 3 comma 0, 0 comma 5 and 3 comma 0 are the vertices of dash triangle. Now if you observe this carefully, so when I plot these points, so this is my x-axis and this is my y-axis. Now this is 0 comma 5 because it contains on y-axis, and this is minus 3 comma 0 and this is 3 comma 0. Now since this is my origin 0 comma 0, then what is this distance? This distance is 3 and this distance is also 3. Now what about this length? So what about this length? So by using distance formula you can write it, so which can be written as 9 plus 25, and here this also we can write as 9 plus 25. Right, so these two lengths are equal by using distance formula. Next, 3 plus 3 is 6. What is the value of 25 plus 9? So it is equal to square root of 34. Now since two sides are equal in this triangle, hence it is called as isosceles triangle. Right? Okay, so root 34 and this is root 34. If you observe this, so this is 36. So we cannot say it is right angle triangle. Right, only two sides are equal, hence it is isosceles triangle. Next, the distance between the points minus 2 comma 3 and 2 comma minus 3. So directly apply the formula of distance between 2 points. What I am going to get? x2 minus x1 whole square, that is nothing but 2 minus of minus 2 whole square plus minus 3 whole square. So 2 minus of minus 2 means 2 plus 2, which is nothing but 4 square. Minus 3 is minus 6. So this is minus 6 whole square, which I am going to get. So 4 square is 16 plus 6 square is 36. Right? So 36, 46 and square root of 52. Hence the answer is square root of 52. Next, the distance between the points 4 comma y and 1 comma 0 is 5. So distance between those 2 points, which is nothing but 1 minus 4 whole square plus 0 minus y whole square is equal to 5. So when I do squaring it on both sides, what I am going to get? So 1 minus 4 is minus 3. So minus 3 whole square is 9 plus 0 minus y whole square is y square is equal to 25. Now if I transpose this 9, it gives me y square is equal to 25 minus 9, which is nothing but 16. So from this y is equal to plus or minus root 16, which is nothing but plus or minus 4. Hence the answer is plus or minus 4. Next, moving on to question number 11. The distance between the points 0 comma 7 and minus 7 comma 0. So apply the distance formula. So what I am going to get? Minus 7 minus 0 whole square plus 0 minus 7 whole square. So which gives me 7 square is 49 plus 7 square is 49. So when I take 49 as common, then I can write as 2 into 49. Now since square root of 49 is 7, that can be taken out. Hence the answer is 7 root 2. So answer is 7 root 2. Next, a circle is drawn with origin as center and passing through 2 comma 3. Then its radius is. Now if you observe the figure carefully, so this is nothing but my origin, which is nothing but the center, and it is passing through some point 2 comma 3. Since this point lies on the circle, hence the distance between center and the point on the circle is nothing but we call it as radius. So if you want to find the radius, simply what you can do, you can find out the distance between origin and 2 comma 3. So directly you can write as 2 square plus 3 square, which is equal to 4 plus 9, which is the square root of 13. Hence the answer is square root of 13. Next, the area of the triangle formed by a comma b plus c, b comma c plus a, and c comma a plus b. Now whenever you want to find out area of triangle when 3 vertices are given, simply follow this formula. half into modulus of determinant of x1 minus x2, x1 minus x3, y1 minus y2 and y1 minus y3. Now substitute the values half into modulus of determinant of x1 minus x2, that is nothing but a minus b. Next x1 minus x3, it is nothing but a minus c. Next y1 minus y2, so y1 minus y2 means, so this is b plus c minus a. So y1 minus y2. The same way y1 minus y3, that is nothing but b plus c minus a minus b. Now here minus c plus c gets cancelled, here minus b plus b gets cancelled. Now what I am going to get? Half into modulus of determinant of a minus b, a minus c. Here this is b minus a and this is c minus a. Now when you open up the determinant, what I am going to half into modulus of, I can write it as a minus b into c minus a minus b minus a into a minus c. Now simply what I can write? So this is a minus b into c minus a. When I take minus common from this, I can write as a minus b, and if I take minus common from this, I can write as c minus a. So from this minus and from this also one minus, when you multiply them again you will get positive, right? So this minus is as it is, so minus of this I can write as a minus b into c minus a. If you observe these two things, so these two things are equal and we are having minus in between, hence this whole value will become 0. Hence the answer is 0. Next x comma 0, 0 comma y and 1 comma 1 are collinear. Then 1 by x plus 1 by y is equal to. So this particular problem we can do it in two ways. The first one is either you can follow slope method, or the second one you can follow area of triangle method. So only those two methods are convenient. Okay, amongst these two, slope method is somewhat easy. Alright, so what we can say by using slope method, so consider these 2 points and consider slope of these 2 points and slope of these 2 points. Then what I am going to get? y2 minus y1, that is nothing but y minus 0 by 0 minus x is equal to slope of these two, that is nothing but 1 minus 0 by 1 minus x. So what is slope formula? y2 minus y1 by x2 minus x1, right? So y minus 0 by 0 minus x, this I can write as y by minus x is equal to 1 by 1 minus x. So when I do cross multiplication, y minus yx is equal to minus x. Now from this, if I transpose this minus yx to right hand side, y is equal to yx minus x, yx minus x. Now again, sorry, here what we can do is, so transpose this minus x to left hand side and minus yx to right hand side. Then what I am going to have? So this I can write it as x plus y is equal to xy. Now dividing both sides with xy, then what I am going to get? X by xy plus y by xy is equal to xy by xy. So from this I am going to get 1 by y plus 1 by x is equal to 1. Hence the answer is 1. Right, understood. So here I am going to divide this particular equation wholly with xy. Next, the point which divides the line segment joining 3, 4 and 7, minus 6 internally in the ratio 1:2 lies in which quadrant is asking. Right? So whenever you are having 2 points, so this is 3, 4 and this is 7, minus 6, and there is a point P which is dividing this in the ratio 1:2 internally. 1:2 internally. Now for suppose if I consider this point as x, y. Now is asking you to find out this point x, y. Okay. Now for this what I can use is, so I can make use of one formula which is nothing but a shortcut. So I can write as 3 minus x. So x1 minus x. So 3 minus x is to x minus x2. So x minus x2 means, so x2 is 7 here. So what I did is I have taken x1 minus x is to x minus x2. So this ratio is given as 1:2. This ratio is given as 1:2. That means I can write as 3 minus x by x minus 7 is equal to 1/2. On doing cross multiplication, I can write 6 minus 2x is equal to x minus 7. Now when I transpose these things, what I am going to get? So 3x is equal to 7 plus 6 is 13. So from this, x is equal to 13/3. The same way for y also, the same formula, y1 minus y is to y minus y2. So based on that, what I am going to get? So y1 minus y. So what is y1 here? So 4 minus y by y minus y2. So y minus y2 is y plus 6 is equal to 1/2. Now doing cross multiplication, 8 minus 2y is equal to y plus 6. Now transposing this 2y, it becomes 3y. When you transpose 6 to left hand side, 8 minus 6 is 2. 8 minus 6 is 2. So from this, y is equal to 2/3. Now if you observe, x is positive and y is also positive. Since x and y are positive, you can say that it belongs to Q1. It belongs to Q1. Otherwise, you can directly go with the normal formula method. So what is that? mx2 plus nx1 by m plus n, comma m/2 plus n by 1 by m plus n. So there also you are going to get the same answer, 13/3 comma 2/3. Okay, so here the value is not important. He is asking about quadrant. So since both are positive, it belongs to quadrant number 1. Right? Question number 16. The points a comma 2a, 3a comma 3a, 3 comma 1 are collinear. Then what is the value of k? So here either you can apply the slope form or area of triangle form. So I am going with the slope form. y2 minus y1, that is nothing but 3a minus 2a by 3a minus a. First I have applied for these two. So 3a minus 2a. So 3a minus 2a by 3a minus a is equal to, next y2 minus y1 by x2 minus 1. So for these two I am going to apply. I can write as 1 minus 3a by 3 minus 3a. 1 minus 3a by 3 minus 3a. So when slopes are equal, then we can say that they are collinear. 3a minus 2a is a by 3a minus a is 2a is equal to 1 minus 3a by 3 minus 3a. Now here a I can cancel out and I can cross multiply. What I am going to get? 3 minus 3a is equal to 2 into 1 minus 3a is 2 1s are 2 minus 2 into 3a is 6a. Now when I transpose this 6a to left hand side, so minus 6a to left hand side and this plus 3 to right hand side, what I am going to get? Minus 6a will become plus 6a. So 6a minus 3a is 3a is equal to 2 minus 3. So 2 minus 3 is nothing but minus 1. So from this, a is equal to minus 1/3. Hence option D is my answer. Next, P 2 comma 2, Q minus 4 comma 4 and R 5 comma minus 8 are the vertices of triangle PQR. Then median from R is, so what is he asking? Median from R. So this is P 2 comma 2, Q minus 4 comma 4 and R is 5 comma, sorry, this is 5 comma minus 8. Now what is he asking? So median from R. So from R we need to draw a median. So what is the meaning of median? So median is nothing but a line segment which is drawn from vertex to its opposite side, so that it divides the opposite side into two equal parts. So then from this, what we can say, this point is nothing but midpoint of PQ. This point is midpoint of PQ. Then directly find out midpoint of PQ. So what is midpoint formula? x1 plus x2 by 2, y1 plus y2 by 2. Right? Or simply what we can say, average of x coordinates comma average of y coordinates. So 2 minus 4 is minus 2, minus 2 by 2 is minus 1. Next 2 plus 4 is 6, 6 by 2 is 3. Right? So 2 minus 4 is minus 2, so minus 2 by 2 is minus 1. Next 2 plus 4 is 6, 6 by 3 is 2. Sorry, 6 by 2 is 3. Hence, if you want to find the median, so median means this particular distance we need to find it. So to find out the distance, since we are having 2 points, then directly I can find out median. So median is equal to square root of x2 minus x1, that means nothing but 5 minus of minus 1 whole square plus minus 8 minus 3 whole square. On simplification, so 5 minus of minus 1 is 6, 6 square is 36, plus minus 8 minus 3 is minus 11, minus 11 whole square is 121. So square root of 6 plus 1 is 7, 2 plus 3 is 5, so 157 under square root. Hence the answer is 157 square root of. Next, a circle drawn with origin as center. A circle with origin as center and passes through 13 by 2 comma 0. For suppose this point is 13 by 2 comma 0. So this point is 13 by 2 comma 0. Then what is he asking? The point which does not lie in the interior of the circle. So here this question is time wasting question, right? So first of all, what is radius? So radius is nothing but distance from origin to this point, no? So what I can do? So 13 by 2 whole square, which is nothing but 13 by 2. This is my radius, which is nothing but 6.5. Now we need to verify each and every option such that, so what is telling? So which does not lie in the interior. So which does not lie in the interior means, so it should be greater than 6.5. The value should be greater than 6.5. For the first option, what is distance formula from origin? So it is nothing but 6 square plus 3 square, which I can write it as 36 plus 9. So square root of 36 plus 9 is 45. So it lies interior of the circle. Okay, next one. So 5 square is 25 plus 1 by 2 whole square is 1 by 4. So this is also less than 6.5 only, right? So what about root 45? So what is the value of root 45? So root 45 means, so what is 6.5? Square of 6.5. So square root of 45 means, so it is lying in between 6 and 7. So you need to verify whether it is greater than 6.5 or less than 6.5. So what is square root of 45? Or you need to find out this 6.5 value. So what is square of 6.5? So what is square of 6.5? So it is nothing but 6 into 7. So 6 into 7 is 42. So 6.5 whole square is 42.25. Okay, so clearly, so root 45 means it is greater than 13 by 2, no? So clearly it is lying outside the triangle. Sorry, it is lying outside the circle, right? So already you know how to find out square of 6.5. That is nothing but 65 square. So 6 sevens are 42. So 42 25. So this gives me the square of 65. So based on that 42.25 it should be there. So it is crossing 42.25. Clearly it is outside the circle, right? So here 25 plus, so 1 by 4 means 0.25. So it is not at all crossing 6, right? So hence this lies inside. So this lies outside. Okay, hence option A will be my answer. So for remaining also you can check. Okay, so this is 7 by 3 means, so it is 2 point something. So 2 square is 4. Here also 2 square is 4. So 4 plus 4 is 8. Next, 3 by 4 means 0.75, which is less than 1. Its square also will be less than 1. So 1 plus 1 is square root of 2. Hence it also lies inside. Clearly option A is my answer. Okay. Next, moving on to question number 19. The distance of the point minus 9 comma 40 from the origin. So you know the formula. It is nothing but 9 square plus 40 square. So which gives me 40 square is 1600 plus 9 square is 81. So 1681. So 1681 is nothing but square root of, so it is square of 41. Hence answer is 41. Next, minus 2 comma 8 and 6 comma minus 4 are the endpoints of the diameter of the circle. Then center of the circle is. Now when you consider the circle and he is saying that these 2 points, so minus 2 comma 8 and 6 comma minus 4 are the endpoints of the diameter. Already we know diameter passes through the center of the circle, and the center is nothing but midpoint of these diameter endpoints. Hence if you find out midpoint of these 2 points, then you will get the center. What I am going to get then? So minus 2 plus 6 by 2 comma 8 minus 4 by 2. So on simplifying, 6 minus 2 is 4, 4 by 2 is 2, 8 minus 4 is 4, 4 by 2 is 2. Hence the answer is 2 comma 2. Next, the distance of the point alpha comma beta from the origin. So direct formula, square root of alpha square plus beta square. Next, angle between x-axis and y-axis. Since x-axis and y-axis are perpendicular to each other, right, so that's why we are calling it as rectangular coordinate system. Okay, next moving on to question number 23. The midpoint of the line joining 2 comma 3 minus 2 comma minus 3. So midpoint means, so 2 minus 2 by 2 comma 3 minus 3 by 2. So this gives me 0 comma 0. Hence 0 comma 0 is the midpoint of these 2 points. Next, the slope of the line join of 5 comma minus 1 and 0 comma 8. So slope formula already you know, y2 minus y1 by x2 minus x1. On substituting the values, I am going to get x minus 8 minus of minus 1 by 0 minus 5. So which gives me 8 plus 1 by minus 5. 8 plus 1 is 9, 9 by minus 5, which is nothing but minus 9 by 5. Next, the slope of x-axis. Slope of x-axis is 0 and slope of y-axis is not defined. So here one more thing we can remember, that is slope of x-axis or slope of line parallel to x-axis will be 0 and slope of y-axis or slope of line parallel to y-axis is not defined. Next, moving on to question number 27. The centroid of the triangle. So 3 vertices are given. You need to find out the centroid of the triangle. So what is meant by centroid? It is nothing but average of x coordinates comma average of y coordinates. So which is given by x coordinates 2 plus 4 minus 2. So minus 2 plus 2 will get cancelled. It is nothing but 4 by 3 comma minus 3 plus 6. 6 minus 3 is 3. 3 plus 8, it is nothing but 11. So 11 by 3. So 4 by 3 comma 11 by 3 is my answer here. Next, 2 vertices of a triangle are 3 comma 5 and minus 4 comma minus 5. And the centroid of the triangle is 4 comma 3. Then find the third vertex. Now for this, what I can do is, so I can use directly the centroid formula. What is centroid here? So centroid is 4 comma 3. And this third vertex I am going to consider it as x comma y. Then what is centroid formula? x1 plus x2 plus x3 by 3 comma y1 plus y2 plus y3 by 3. So based on that I can write as 3 minus 4 plus x by 3 comma 5 minus 5 plus y by 3. Now on comparing the x coordinates and the y coordinates, what I am going to get? So 4 is equal to 3 minus 4. So 3 minus 4 is minus 1. This I can write as x minus 1 by 3. And here minus 5 plus 5 gets cancelled. From this 3 is equal to y by 3. From this y can be written as 9. And here 4 3s are 12 is equal to x minus 1. X is equal to 13. So 13 comma 9 is my answer here. So 13 comma 9. Next, the ratio in which 4 comma 8 divide the line segment joining 8 comma 6 and 0 comma 10. Right, so whenever you need ratio, and when you are given 2 points and one more point which is dividing is given, then what you should do is simply remember this. Consider the point which is dividing as x comma y, and the points which are given here are x1 comma y1 and x2 comma y2. Then this ratio is obtained by using this formula. X1 minus x is to x minus x2. X1 minus x is to x minus x2. Or you can use this formula also. Y1 minus y is to y minus y2. Now let us substitute these values. What is x1 here? X1 is x minus x is 4 is to 4 minus, what is x2? So x2 is 0. So 8 minus 4 is 4. So 4 is to 4. So 4 is to 4 means 1 is to 1. Hence the answer is 1 is to 1. So whenever 1 is to 1 is answer, that means what we can say? This 4 comma 8 is midpoint of 8 comma 6 and 0 comma 10. Right, next, if 0 comma 0, a comma 0 and 0 comma b are collinear. So collinear means what you can do? So you can make use of slope concept, or you can make use of area of triangle. Since one of the vertices is 0 comma 0, then directly go with area of triangle formula. So half into So what is the formula? x1 into y2 minus x2 into y1 is equal to 0. Since it is collinear, that's why we have considered equal to 0. So based on this, half into modulus of x1 is a into y2 is b minus 0 into 0 is equal to 0. On simplification, what we can say, modulus of ab is equal to 0. That means a into b is equal to 0 is my answer here. Next, moving on to question number 31. Minus 2 comma minus 1, a comma 0, 4 comma b, 1 comma 2 are the vertices of the parallelogram. Then what is the value of a? So for this, what we can use? So we can say that the midpoint of these two is equal to the midpoint of these two. So midpoint of first and third vertices is equal to midpoint of second and fourth vertices. So from that, what I am going to get? So minus 2 plus 4 by 2 comma minus 1 plus b by 2. So this is midpoint of first and third is equal to midpoint of second and fourth, which is nothing but a plus 1 by 2 comma 0 plus 2 by 2. Since I need the value of a, hence I need to compare the x coordinates. What I am going to get? So 4 minus 2 is 2, 2 by 2 is 1. So 1 is equal to a plus 1 by 2. On simplification, so cross multiplication, 2 ones are 2 is equal to a plus 1. So from this, a is equal to 1, right? So here, since a is asked, a is equal to 1. In the next question, b is also asked. Then what we can say? Comparing the y coordinates. So based on this, minus 1 plus b by 2 is equal to 2 by 2. So denominator 2 gets cancelled. So b is equal to 2 plus 1. So b is equal to 3. So here the value of b is 3. Next, question number 33. Minus 2 comma 8. So x is negative, y is positive. So x negative, y positive means it is quadrant number 2. Next, if ABC are collinear, then area of triangle ABC is equal to 0. So collinear means, so there is no triangle formed. That means all the points lie on the same line. Then area of triangle is equal to 0. Next, area of the triangle formed by minus 4 comma 0, 0 comma 0 and 0 comma 5. So already, if one of the vertex is 0 comma 0, then directly you use the formula half into x1 y2 minus x2 y1 in the modulus, which gives me half into x1 is minus 4 into y2 is 5 minus 0 into 0. So what I am going to get? Half into modulus of minus 20, which is equal to 10. Hence the answer is 10. Next, the value of p if the distance between 2 comma 3 p comma 3 is 5. So distance between means, so you need to use distance formula. So what is the answer then? So p minus 2 whole square plus 3 minus 3 whole square is equal to 5. Now squaring on both sides, this becomes 0. So from this, p minus 2 whole square is equal to, when I do squaring on both sides, it becomes 25. Again that square, when I transpose, it becomes p minus 2 is equal to plus or minus root 25, which is nothing but plus or minus 5. Then what I am going to get? I am going to get p value as 2 values. So when I take plus 5, then what I am going to get? 5 plus 2. Or when I take minus 5, so minus 5 plus 2. So based on this, I can say p is equal to 7 or p is equal to minus 3. So two values are possible for this. So based on this, in the options, option A is given, hence you need to consider option A. Next, moving on to question number 37. The value of k if the distance between 2 comma 8 and 2 comma k is 3. Now if you observe here x coordinates are same. Directly what I can say? So what is the formula? Modulus of y1 minus y2 is equal to the distance, right? So when x coordinates are same, that means it is parallel to y axis. So when parallel to y axis, then directly distance between those 2 points is nothing but given by modulus of y1 minus y2. Directly substituting the values, so modulus of 8 minus k is equal to 3. When you remove the modulus, this gives me 8 minus k is equal to plus or minus 3. Now there are two values that are possible. So 8 minus k is equal to plus 3 or 8 minus k is equal to minus 3. Now based on this, you can say k is equal to 5, or based on this, you can say k is equal to 11, right? So which option is available here? So option is 5 is available, hence you can consider that option. Next, A 0, -1, B 2, 1 and C 0, 3 are the vertices of A, B, C. Then the median through B. So median through B means simply what you should do. So consider the B point here. So this is 2, 1 and A point is 0, -1 and C point is 0, 3. Now since I need median through B, that means this particular point will divide the opposite side into two equal parts. That means this point is midpoint of A and C. So to find out midpoint of A and C, what we can do? We can apply midpoint formula. So what is midpoint formula? Average of x coordinates comma average of y coordinates. So 0 plus 0 is 0, 0 by 2 is 0, -1 plus 3 is 2, 2 by 2 is 1. Hence this point is 0, 1. So we are having the point 2, 1 and 0, 1. If you want the length of this median, simply find out the distance between these two points. What is the distance between those 2 points? So which is nothing but 2 minus 0 whole square plus 1 minus 1 whole square. So which gives me square root of 4 plus 0, which is equal to 2. Hence the length of the median is 2 units. Next, the closed figure formed by the points -2, 0, 2, 0, 2, 2, 0, 4 and -2, -2 is. Now let us draw and check. Okay, now first of all, consider the coordinate axis. So this is x axis and this is y axis. Now first of all, what I need to consider? -2, 0. So -2, 0 means, so it will be on negative x axis. Next 2, 0. So this is 2, 0. Wait. So this is 2, 0 and this is -2, 0. Next 2, 2. So 2, 2 means, so you will have a point here 2, 2. Next 0, 4. So 0, 4 means, so you will have that point on y axis. So this is 0, 4. Next -2, -2. So -2, -2 means, so you will have the point here -2, -2. Now when you join these points, so this is -2, -2 and when you join all these, so what I am going to form? So you can see that it is a pentagon. So it is a pentagon because we are having 5 vertices. Then the answer is pentagon, right? Next, the coordinates of the midpoint of P x1, y1 and Q x2, y2. So midpoint formula directly x1 plus x2 by 2, y1 plus y2 by 2. Okay, next question number 41. The coordinates of the point which divides the line segment joining x1, y1 and x2, y2 in the ratio m:n internally. So already this is direct formula mx2 plus nx1 by m plus n, my2 plus ny1 by m plus n. Hence option A will be my answer here. Next, the centroid divides each median in the ratio. So here centroid divides each median in the ratio. If you observe this carefully, here he has to given from, so he has to give from vertex, each median from vertex in the ratio. Then we can say that it is 2:1. The centroid divides each median in 2:1 ratio from the vertex. Next, if the distance between the points 3, k and 4, 1 is √10, so directly apply distance formula. So what I am going to get? So distance formula, if you apply 4 minus 3 whole square plus 1 minus k whole square is equal to √10. So when you apply squaring on both sides, so 4 minus 3 is 1, 1 square is 1 plus, so let it be 1 minus k whole square is equal to 10. Now when you transpose this, I can write it as 1 minus k whole square is equal to 9. Now this square when I transpose, I can write as 1 minus k is equal to plus or minus 3. Here we have two cases that are possible. So 1 minus k is equal to plus 3 or 1 minus k is equal to minus 3. So based on this, we can say k is equal to, when I transpose minus k to right hand side and plus 3 to left hand side, so 1 minus 3 gives me minus 2. Or from this we can say k is equal to 1 plus 3, which is nothing but 4. Hence the options are 4 comma minus 2. Option B will be my answer here. Next, moving on to question number 44. If the points 1 comma 2 minus 1 comma x and 2 comma 3 are collinear. So collinear means, so directly you can make use of slopes concept. So take the slope of these 2 points and the slope of these 2 points. Then what I am going to get? X minus 2. That means y2 minus y1. So y2 minus y1 by x2 minus x1 minus 1 minus 1 is equal to, so slope of these 2 points is given by 3 minus 2 by 2 minus 1. So 3 minus 2 by 2 minus 1 is nothing but 1. Now directly from this, x minus 2 is equal to minus 2. From this, x is equal to 0. Hence the value of x is 0 here. Next, if the centroid of the triangle a comma b, b comma c, c comma a is origin, then what is the value of a cube plus b cube plus c cube? So this is one of the important bits. Now, what is centroid formula? So centroid is nothing but average of x coordinates comma average of y coordinates. That is nothing but x1 plus x2 plus x3 by 3, y1 plus y2 plus y3 by 3. So based on this, what I can say, a plus b plus c by 3 comma b plus c plus a by 3. So this is equal to origin, that is nothing but 0 comma 0. So when I compare either x coordinates or y coordinates, so based on that, what I am going to get, we are going to get a plus b plus c is equal to 0. So when a plus b plus c is equal to 0, then the value of a cube plus b cube plus c cube is 3 times of abc. Hence the answer is 3 times of abc. Now let us see how this 3 abc comes. First of all, what we can do is, since a plus b plus c is equal to 0, I can write a plus b is equal to minus c. Right, next I am going to cube it on both sides. So when I apply cubing on both sides, this can be written as a cube plus b cube plus 3 times of ab into a plus b is equal to, this I can write as minus c cube. Now I can transpose this minus c cube to left hand side, then I am going to have a cube plus b cube plus c cube plus 3ab into, so already from the first line I can say that a plus b is equal to minus c. So here instead of a plus b I can replace minus c is equal to 0. This particular minus 3abc, when I transpose, it becomes plus 3abc. From this, what is the answer? A cube plus b cube plus c cube is equal to 3 times of abc. So that is nothing but my answer. Next, the distance between the points a cos theta comma 0 and 0 comma a sin theta. So applying distance formula, what I am going to get? 0 minus a cos theta whole square plus a sin theta minus 0 whole square. Now on simplifying, what I am going to get? So this is a square cos square theta plus here it is a square sin square theta. So when I take a square as common, then I am going to have cos square theta plus sin square theta. So cos square theta plus sin square theta is 1. Then from this, what I am going to get? I am going to get the answer as modulus of a. Hence option B is my answer. So distance of x comma y from x axis. So I already told you, from x axis means you need to consider the y coordinate. Hence the answer is modulus of y. It is nothing but modulus of y. Next, moving on to question number 48. Distance of x comma y from y axis. So from y axis means you need to consider the x coordinate. So x coordinate is x. X comma 0 is a point on. So these are all the general bits. So theoretical bits, directly by reading you can answer it. X comma 0 is a point on. So x comma 0 means it is a point on x axis. 0 comma y means it is a point on y axis. Distance of x comma y from origin. So from origin means, so square root of x square plus y square. Here what he has given, a is negative. A is less than 0 means a is negative. That means negative of negative will become positive, and this negative of negative will become positive. So the point is positive comma positive. So positive comma positive means which quadrant? It is quadrant number 1. Next, coordinate geometry was introduced by, so coordinate geometry, the father of coordinate geometry is René Descartes. So because of his name, this particular Cartesian system came into existence. So in his name we are having Cartes. So that Cartes is nothing but in Cartesian system. So On his name this Cartesian system came into existence. Next, the slope of the line y is equal to mx is, so here slope is m, hence the slope is m here. Next, the slope of the line joining the points. So when two points are given, slope is given by y2 minus y1 by x2 minus x1, which is nothing but minus b minus 3b by a minus 2a. Minus b minus 3b is minus 4b by a minus 2a is minus a. So minus minus will get cancelled, hence the answer is 4b by a. Option D will be my answer here. Next, 56, same. Since he is asking you to find out the slope, I can write it as 1.3 minus of minus 3.7 means plus 3.7 divided by minus 2.4 plus 1.4. So 1.3 plus 3.7 is nothing but 5. Is that right? Next, minus 2.4 plus 1.4, it is nothing but minus 1. So 5 by minus 1 is minus 5. Next, 3 comma minus 5, x is positive, y is negative, so it belongs to Q4. Angle between the lines x is equal to 2. Now whenever you are having such type of questions, so it is better to go with the coordinate axis. So x is equal to 2 means, so this is nothing but my line, so which is passing through 2 comma 0. So this line is x is equal to 2 and y is equal to 3. So y is equal to 3 means, so this is my line which is passing through 0 comma 3. Now if you observe, what is the angle between these two lines? So the angle between those two lines is 90 degrees, because x is equal to 2 is parallel to y axis and y is equal to 3 is parallel to x axis. Next, slope of a vertical line. So slope of vertical line means, here vertical line means either you can consider y axis or a line parallel to y axis. Slope of y axis is not defined, hence it is not defined. Next, area of the triangle formed with the vertices minus 5 comma minus 1, 3 comma minus 5 and 5 comma 2. Now for this I already told you the formula, so don't go with the normal formula, so just go with this short form, you can make it easy, right? So what is that formula? Half into modulus of determinant of x1 minus x2, x1 minus x3, y1 minus y2, y1 minus y3. Now substitute the value, so half into modulus of determinant of x1 minus x2, so minus 5 minus 3. Next, x1 minus x3, so minus 5 minus 5. Next, y1 minus y2, minus 1, minus of minus 5 is plus 5, minus 1, so y1 minus y3, so minus 1 minus 2. Now simplification, so half into modulus of determinant of minus 5 minus 3 is minus 8, minus 5 minus 5 is minus 10, minus 1 plus 5 is 4, minus 1 minus 2 is minus 3. Now to open the determinant, what should I do? I need to do cross multiplication and keep minus in the middle. So based on that, half into modulus of minus 8 into minus 3, minus 8 into minus 3 is plus 24. In the middle you need to keep minus, followed by here 4 into minus 10, so 4 into minus 10 is minus 40, so which gives me half into modulus of 24 plus 40. So 24 plus 40 is 64, so half into modulus of 64, which is equal to 32. Hence the answer is 32. So here how to find out the determinant? So for suppose if we are having 4 terms like this inside a determinant, then its determinant is given by a into d minus b into c. What you need to do is simply you need to cross multiply these two elements, and you need to cross multiply these two elements, and in the middle you need to keep minus. Okay. Next, moving on to question number 61. If the points k comma k, 2 comma 3, 4 comma minus 1 are collinear. So collinear means you can go with the slope form. Here in the slope form, so you need to be careful. You should not repeat this k comma k. Okay. So first of all, you need to find slope of these two and find the slope of these two. So don't involve this k comma k, which is unknown in two slopes. Okay. So first of all, consider these two, the slope of these 2 points, and then go with the slope of these 2 points. Then you don't have the same variable, so same unknown repeating twice. Now what I am going to get? So 3 minus k by 2 minus k is equal to, now since these two are numerals, then for simplification it would be easy. So minus 1 minus 3 by 4 minus 2. So what I can write, so 3 minus k by 2 minus k is equal to minus 1 minus 3 is minus 4 by 2. So in 2 table I can cancel it out, minus 2 by 1. Now doing cross multiplication, so 3 minus k is equal to minus 2 into 2 is minus 4, minus 2 into minus k is plus 2k. Now this minus k if I transpose, it becomes plus 3k. This minus 4 if I transpose, it becomes 7. So 7 is equal to 3k. From this k is equal to 7 by 3. Hence the answer is 7 by 3. Next, 2 comma 0, 1 comma 2, 1 comma 6. So these three are vertices of triangle ABC. Then what is the area of triangle ABC? So follow the formula. So half into modulus of determinant of x1 minus x2, x1 minus x3. So 2 minus 1, 2 minus 1. Understood? So simply follow this formula, 2 minus 1, 2 minus 1. So we got 2 minus 1 comma 2 minus 1. Next, y1 minus y2, y1 minus y3, which gives me 0 minus 2, 0 minus 6. So on doing practice, so you will get to know how to do, right? So 2 minus 1 is 1, 2 minus 1 is 1, 0 minus 2 is minus 2, this is minus 6. On simplification, what I am going to get? Half into modulus of, so while taking determinant, so this one parallel line will vanish. So half into minus 6 minus of minus 2. Half into minus 6 plus 2. So minus 6 plus 2 is minus 4. Modulus of minus 4 is 4. So 4 by 2 is 2. Hence the answer is 2 units. So it is 2 square units. So once again let us check. So is there any problem with this? So 2 minus 1, so x1 minus x2, 2 minus 1, x1, x2, x1 minus x3. 0 minus 2, 0 minus 6. So 2 minus 1 is 1, 2 minus 1 is 1, 0 minus 2 is minus 2, 0 minus 6 is minus 6. Next, doing cross multiplication, so 1 into minus 6 is minus 6, minus of minus 2 into 1 is minus 2. So minus of minus is plus 2. So minus 6 plus 2, so this gives me minus 6 plus 2. So minus 6 plus 2 is 4, 4 by 2 is 2. So here it is 2, hence the answer is 2 here, right? Next, identify collinear points. So if such type of questions are given, so we need to verify each and every point. So first of all, go with the slopes. So slope will be easy, right? So y2 minus y1. So consider these 2 points and find out the slope. So y2 minus y1 means minus 4, minus of minus 6 is plus 6 by x2 minus x1. So that is nothing but 3 minus 1. 6 minus 4 is 2, 3 minus 1 is 2, which is nothing but 1. Now go with the slope of these 2 points. So what I am going to get? So minus 3 plus 4 divided by 4 minus 3. So what I am going to, 4 minus 3 is 1, 4 minus 3 is 1, 1 by 1 is 1. So these two are equal. We can say that it is collinear. These are collinear points. Next, verify this second one. So 3 plus 1 is 4 by 2 minus 1 is 1. So the slope for these 2 points is 4. Now let us check for these two. What I am going to get? So 0 minus 3 by 2 minus 2. So this is not defined. Hence these two are not. So these points are not collinear. Next, checking for the third one. So minus 5 minus 2 is minus 7. Right. So C point is also not possible. So only the thing is, so we are having option A as the points, so which are collinear. Next, the area of the square formed with the vertices, taken the vertices in order. Now tell me, so how to find out the area of this square? So simply what we can do, so this is 0 minus 1, this is 2 comma 1, this is 0 comma 3, and this is minus 2 comma 1. Already what do you know about a square? So in a square all the side lengths are equal. So if you know the length of one side of square, then automatically its area can be found. So for that what I need to do, so simply find out distance between these two vertices. What I am going to get then? Square root of 0 So 2 minus 0. So 2 minus 0 whole square plus 1 minus of minus 1 whole square, which gives me 2 square is 4. Here also 1 plus 1 is 2, 2 square is 4, which is nothing but root 8. If side is root 8, so this is nothing but side. Then what is area? So area is nothing but side square, which is nothing but root 8 whole square. So which gives me the answer as 8. Hence the answer is 8 here. Right, next moving on to question number 65. The coordinates of the centroid of the triangle with the vertices. So already you know the formula to find out the centroid of vertices of a triangle. So centroid of a triangle, which is nothing but minus 1 plus 6 minus 3 by 3 comma 3 minus 3 plus 6 by 3. Then what I am going to get? So 6 minus 4 is 2 by 3 comma minus 3 plus 3 gets cancelled, 6 by 3 is 2. So 2 by 3 comma 2 is my answer here. Next, A 1 comma minus 1, B 0 comma 6 and C minus 3 comma 0. Then what is the value of G? Here G is nothing but called as centroid. So directly following the formula, so 1 plus 0 minus 3 by 3 comma minus 1 plus 6 plus 0 by 3. So 1 minus 3 is minus 2, hence it is minus 2 by 3 comma 6 minus 1 is 5, so hence it is 5 by 3. So minus 2 by 3 comma 5 by 3 is my answer. Next, the point of concurrence of medians of a triangle. So point of concurrence of medians of a triangle is nothing but called as centroid. Next, so this orthocenter is nothing but point of concurrence of altitudes. So when you are having options, you need to know everything about each and every option, right? So here center, so center is possible only for circle. Next, midpoint of the line joining the points. So midpoint is asking, so it can be given by 1 plus 0 by 2 comma 1 plus 0 by 2, so which is nothing but 1 by 2 comma 1 by 2. Hence the answer is option C, right? So these are some of the questions so we have discussed in this particular video. So in the next video, so we are going to discuss some more questions related to coordinate geometry, right? Stay connected with the channel for further more videos, and if you like the video, please share with your friends, right? So they also can watch and they can learn something from this, right? So thank you for watching the video once again.